You all, अलमदार सोसाइटी ऑफ विक्टोरिया आज सबको दिल के गहराइयों से खुशामदीद कहते हैं। अलमदार सोसाइटी ऑफ विक्टोरिया तमामी बिरादरा अजीज़ारा खुशामदीद मुगा। We are delighted to host an evening to celebrate the festivity of Eid al-Fitr. Among our honorable guests are Dr. Kieu, State MP, who work as Legislative Council for Legal and Social Issue in South Eastern Metropolitan Area. Memeti, Councillor for Dandenong, Greater Dandenong. Lana, Formoso, Councillor for Greater Dandenong. We are blessed to have you all here with us. We will now beginning our program in name of Allah, and Mr. Qari Sayyid Mehdi will recite some beautiful verses from Quran Karim. Qari Sayyid Mehdi.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر. فصل لربك وانحر. إن شانئك هو الأبتر. صدق الله العلي العظيم. محمد وأهل بيت محمد صلوات.
Mashallah, Mashallah, Qari Sayyid Mehdi. I would like to call Murtaza Zaidi for recite a manqabat. Murtaza Zaidi.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. अस्सलाम वालेकुम. नात के दो अशार पेश करके फिर एक दुआया कलमात वो भी दो अशार पेश करूँगा। तमाम मुन्नीन मिल के सलवात पढ़ दीजिए मोहम्मद वाले अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। या रहमतल लिल आलमीन
یا رحمت للعالمین الہام جامع ہے تیرا قرآن امام ہے تیرا منبر تیرا عرش بری یا رحمت للعالمین تیری خاموشی بھی عذاب نیندیں بھی تیری رت جگے تیری حیات پاک کا ہر لمحہ پیغمبر لگے خیر البشر رتبہ تیرا آواز حق خطبہ تیرا آفاق تیرے سامعی یا رحمت للعالمین یا رحمت للعالمین.
اس وقت پوری دنیا کی جو حالت ہے، میں دعائیہ کلمات کے طور پہ صرف دو اشعار پیش کر رہا ہوں، پھر آپ سے اجازت چاہوں گا.
مولا جائیے مولا جائیے منتظر آج سارا جہاں ہے آقا جائیے کعبہ جو تیرا یوں ویران ہے امت بھی ساری پریشان ہے کعبہ جو تیرا یوں ویران ہے امت بھی ساری پریشان ہے آپ ہی آئیں گے تو بسے گا یہ سارا جہاں ہے آقا جائیے مولا جو تیرے یہ حبدار ہیں مشکل میں سارے گرفتار ہیں مولا جو تیرے یہ حبدار ہیں مشکل میں سارے گرفتار ہیں عسکری کے ثمر سرنگو آج سارا جہاں ہے مولا جائیے مولا جائیے منتظر آج سارا جہاں ہے مولا جائیے.
بہت شکریہ، تھینک یو ویری مچ.
MashaAllah, Murtaza Zaidi. Now, Agha Tura will walk you through how Alamdar society has teamed up in shaping a community that takes revolutionary step against domestic violence, promote education and provide shelter to refugees. Aga Turab, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak to everyone and welcome. I will go through the aims and the Alamdar Society of Victoria. They're deciding what to do and what they want to. Alamdar Society of Victoria has formed to stood up as a symbol of guardians, unity and hope among Shia Hazara Muslims in Melbourne. Shia Hazara have suffered a lot in Afghanistan and Pakistan. We have lost countless lives of loved ones in the hands of counter-terrorism, due to which we could not afford a hardship of life to live in those countries. As every aspect of life, from children, education, give me a second. From aspect of everything in life, from grocery buying was expected, those many of us have migrated to Australia with a hope of a better life moving forward, that idea of hope and betterment in the quality of life. Alamdar Society of Victoria aims to form a community for our people, which will be very beneficial to help address our targeted aims, such as to inspire the people to ambush their differences and proactively participate and work for the welfare of the community through different projects and programs with the spirit of brotherhood. To create a sense of cooperation, immigration, and integration and unity among the people. To keep our culture alive through education our young ones about it, or as our culture, heritage is our valued and unique identity to the world. To highlight the causes of various problems affecting the community that hinder the way of progress and developed, and perceptively working on such a problem through sound planning and action. To launch a necessary reform in the community for eradication of community evils such as family violence, theft, drugs, and etc. To help educate people about their jobs, roles, and responsibility as an Australia, and teaching them how they could better contribute towards the nation through the different living examples from the community. To educate youth about Shia Islam's law, Hazara culture, and Australian law. Such aims could only be fulfilled if we have our own community premises where we could uniformly work towards the betterment of the community. The establishment of such a community premises have some barriers, such as unifying the people under one trust banner where they can all contribute towards its establishment and effectively participate to help succeed its targets and aims, as described earlier. Keeping the barriers in mind, Alamdar Society of Victoria aims to unify people through its Alam. The Alam project aims flag of a very holy and a symbol of unity among Shia Muslims around the world, and thus has the potential of gather people under one roof and remove their individual differences while achieving the trust, so the people have come together as one. Alamdar Society of Victoria will give training and guidance to its members. They will also be given a flag which has been special made by the impacted Hazara women in Quetta and members of certificate as a gifted. Once this center is established, we would love to cooperate with Australian culture society and Australian government to create a better multicultural society in Victoria, especially in southeast of Melbourne. We're expecting a good relationship between all organisation government to create better society. Alamdar Society of Victoria, thankful to the honourable guest, Jason Ward, Minister of Custom, Community Safety and Multicultural Affairs for Latifi, Dr. Tien, Kieu, who works as a legislation councillor for legal and social issues in Southeast Metropolitan Area, Memeti, councillor for the Greater Dandenong Ward, Lana, Formoso, councillor for Greater Dandenong Noble Park North Ward, and Taha Association, Kasura Association, our religious scholars, doctors, Latifi, and other community representatives for joining this special event of Eid. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Agaturab. Such incredible work, planning amazing. It makes me, all of us, proud to be part of this wonderful society and beautiful country. Thanks. Now I would like Jimmy Minty for a small speech. Thanks, Jimmy.
Assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak. I'd firstly like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of this land and pay my respect to their elders, both past, present and emerging. I'd also like to acknowledge Mr. Dr. Tien, member of the South East Metropolitan Region, my councillor colleague Lana Formoso, Dr. Sheikh Latifi, to my good friend Sam Afra, to the many distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. As a councillor and past mayor of the city of Greater Dandenong, proudly representing this community for over 15 years. We live in the most diverse community in Australia. I'm proud to say we have over 158 different nationalities, we speak 200 languages and we follow over 100 different faiths. And as you all know, I'm part of the Muslim community in Dandenong. We went through Ramadan and we all celebrated Eid only a couple of days ago. How fantastic was that? That is the true Australian story. It's in every city now. The Muslim community are doing some fantastic work, and the Alamdar community, who are newly to Victoria and Australia, are establishing themselves. I've spoken to a few people here tonight. You're looking forward to establishing your own community centre, a place of worship. So as a councillor, I'm more than happy to help whenever I am needed. And I'm sure the state and federal members will be able to guide you and help you with that as well. But as I've only got a few minutes, thank you for inviting me and Councillor Formoso here tonight. I wish you and your families all the very best and Eid Mubarak. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jimmy Minty. Now I would like to call upon Mr. Latifi, who is a great Islamic scholar, teaches Quran and lightens people with religious lectures and speech worldwide. Dr. Latifi, thank you.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم و به نستعین و هو خیر المعین. سلام علیکم جمیعا و رحمت الله. انشاءالله عید سعید فطر بر همه شما مؤمنین و مؤمنات مبارک باشه. تقدیر تشکر میکنم از عزیزانی که این مجلس رو برگزار کردن و تقدیر تشکر ویژه دارم از مهمانان عزیزی که دعوت ما رو لبیک گفتن و در جمع ما آمدن. خوش آمدن انشاءالله. و همینطور از شما عزیزانی که این مجلس ما رو همراهی کردین بازم تقدیر تشکر میکنیم. ما آسیایی‌ها و آخوندا برعکس مهمان‌ها اینا کوتاه حرف میزنن، در عوض ما بلندتر حرف میزنیم. آرام آرام عادت میکنن. خب ببینید عزیزان، بعدا انشاءالله اگر یک کسی سخنان بنده رو ترجمه کنن برای اینا خیلی خوبه. از آقای سید ناصر رضوی پرسیدم که what's the matter، موضوع امشب ما چی است؟ برای من کمی اکسپلین کرد، توضیح داد. ببینید ما پیرو یک دینی هستیم که اگر به همین دین خود ما خوب عمل بکنیم، هم کشورهای افغانستان و پاکستان و ایران گلستان میشه و هم کشور میزبان ما استرالیا گلستان میشه، به شرطی که ما به همون گفته‌های دین ما اول ایمان داشته باشیم، بعد به اونا عمل کنیم. خب اینجا ما تقاضا و درخواست ما از مهمانان عزیز این است که به ما کمک بکنن که انشالله یک مرکز کوچیک برای امور فرهنگی و دینی ما بتونیم تأسیس کنیم. ما از دولت استرالیا، از گورنتش، از دوستان کنسلینگ، از وزیر محترم، از همه تقدیر و تشکر میکنیم که تا اینجای کار به ما اجازه دادن، فعالیت‌های دینی و مذهبی ما آزاده. هم از خدا و هم از این دولت عزیز تقدیر و تشکر میکنیم. به خاطر همینم بازم درخواست میکنیم که ما جمعیت و نفوس ما خیلی زیاده و من به عنوان کسی که در 3 مرکز مستقیم در ملبورن فعالیت دارم میبینم که واقعا ما جا کم داریم و دوستان زیاد ما بیرون میمانه. در مرکز تاها ما خیلی شبها جمعیت ما برمیگشتن، پس واقعا ضرورت است که ما جای ما کمه، جمعیت ما زیاده. ممکنه مهمان ها اولین سوال براشون این است که چی ضرورت داره، یعنی فایده این مرکزها چیه؟ برای شما مسلمان ها، جامعه و کمیونیتی مسلمان ها فایده این کار چیه؟ و برای خود کشور و صلح فایدهش چیه؟ اگر خوب برای مهمانای ما توضیح بدید، همین امشب نامه مرکز رو انشالله امضا میکنن که یک مرکز برای عزیزان ما ایجاد بشه. ببینید اولین فایدهش این است که کمیونیتی های اسلامی و مذهبی هر مقدار بیشتر فعال بشن، ما سیاست کلان استرالیا رو که مولتی کلچر هست اینو تقویت میکنیم، چون در استرالیا زبان، لباس، مذهب الحمدلله آزاده و این یک جامعه سیولایز متمدن و مترقیه. خب ما اگر این مراکز زیاد بشه، این دید سیاست کلی استرالیا تأمین میشه. دومین فایده مهمش این است که در این مراکز دینی ما چه کار میکنیم؟ بعضی خیال میکنن که آخوند و روحانی و مرکز فقط آمدن که بگن آقا شب اول قبر بر شما آسان باشه و یک فینورال کنیم و جنازه رو در خاک بسپاریم. نه، دین اسلام درست است که شب اول قبر مهم است، مرگ و قیامت مهم است، اما دین اسلام برای دنیا هم برنامه داره. اگر مراکز دینی ما تقویت بشه، البته به شرط این که در رأسش یک مدیر خوب باشه، یک عالم زمانشناس باشه، یک عالم باشه که جامعه و محیط خوب بشناسه. اگر مرکز این گونه باشه، در این مراکز ما درس اخلاق میدیم به مردم، در این مراکز ما درس مدارا میدیم به مردم، در این مراکز ما اولین سخن خطیب نماز جمعه پره این است که میگه عباد الله اوصیکم و نظمی به تقوی الله و نظم امرکم. میگه ای بندگان خودم را و هم شما را دعوت به تقوا میکنم، یعنی رسپانس، مسئولیت داشته باشید، نظم داشته باشید، قانون جامعه رو به رسمیت بشناسید. این سخن یک آخونده، یک پیشنمازه. در قرآن ما که مقدسترین کتاب ما هست، قرآن ما به مردم در این مراکز دینی چی یاد میدیم؟ میگیم این کتاب مقدسی که بهش ایمان دارید، میگه اعوذ بالله من الشیطان الرجیم یا ایها الذین آمنوا اوفوا بالعقود. ای مؤمن، ای مسلمان، با هر کسی که عقد و پیمان میبندی به او پایبند باش. المؤمنون عند شروطهم، مؤمن باید به عهدش وفا کنه. لذا میگم در استرالیا آمدی، ساین کردی قانون اینجا رو، قانونشو محترم بشمار. اگر قانون سنترلینگ است، اگر قانون بیمه است، اگر قانون انشور است، اگر قانون ترافیکه، تمام اینها رو دین میگه بر تو واجب میشه، چون در یک دولت زندگی میکنی که با اینا پیمان بستی، عقد و پیمان گفتی. این قرآن ما میگه به عقد و پیمان وفادار باش. پس اگر این مراکز زیاد شد، مسلمان ها که قانونمند است قانونمندیشون بیشتر میشه، نظمشون بالا میره. وقت نظم و قانون مداری رعایت شد، مملکت کشور تقویت میشه. ما در این راستا حرکت میکنیم. باز در این کمیونیتی ها ما یک صحت بدنی داریم، بادی هلت اگر درست بگم، که دکتر و مدیسن اینا میگه. یکی مانتی هلت داریم، این روح ما هم دکتر میخواد، سلامتی میخواد. در مراکز دینی بزرگان ما در حوزه به ما یاد دادن جامعه‌ای که روحانی، جامعه‌ای که معنویت، جامعه‌ای که مذهب و دیانت نداشته باشه مانند جامعه است که دکتر پزشک نداشته باشه. اگر در استرالیا دکتر پزشک و مدیسین نداشته باشیم همه از مریضی میمیرن. خب در جامعه‌ای که دکتر طبیب روحانی هم نباشه جامعه میمیره. مراکز دینی ما همون وظیفه‌ای رو که لابراتوار و دکتر و پزشک و هاسپیتال انجام میده، یک مرکز اسلامی درست و فعال همون وظیفه رو راجع به روح روانم انجام میده. ما اگر دین درست تبلیغ بشه، در دین است که ما دپرشن دیگه نداریم، افسردگی نداریم، نگاه منفی به دنیا نداریم. یک روحانی و دانشمند واقعی دینی میتواند که افراد جامعه رو با نشاط، خوشحال، شاداب به جامعه بیاره، افسردگی رو، عقب ماندگی رو، تنبلی رو از جامعه دور بکنه. شما خودتون محاسبه بکنید، ببینید اون مرد و زنی که به مراکز دینی بیشتر میآیند، اون مرد و زنی که با روحانی و با عالم دین مرتبط هستن، ببینید چقدر آدمای خوبی هستند، منظم هستند، زندگی‌هاشون موفق است، به خلاف کسانی که از جامعه روحانی و مراکز دینی میبرند. پس مراکز دینی اسلامی اگر درست کارشون انجام بده، مردم را از افسردگی، از غم، از تنبلی دور میکنه. مراکز دینی کار مهمشون این است که ما جوان را جمع میکنیم. دوست عزیزم در شبای قدر آمدن، از نزدیک دیدن که در یک شب ما توانستیم 700-800 در همین رسول اکرم که محرم سال قبل بودم، یک شب 1700 تا جوان رو ما جمع کردیم. خب اینا به دین عقیده دارن، به سخن روحانی ایمان دارن، درک، جنگ، دعوا، اعتیاد رو دین میتونه ریشه کن بکنه. پس این امور است که مسائل معنوی و امنیت یک مملکت رو تأمین میکنه، ضمن اینکه فواید آخرتی هم داره. ما میگم اگر تو آدم خوب بودی، هم دنیا و جامعه رو درست میکنی، هم آخرت رو درست میکنی. دین میگه هم دنیا باش، هم آخرت باشه. در مراکز دینی است آقایون که ما حق والدین یاد میدیم. میگه والدین بر اولاد حق دارد، اولاد بر پدر و مادر حق دارد. اگر این حقوق رعایت بشه، باز جامعه ما اخلاق میشه، جامعه ما رفاه میشه، جامعه ما آرامی پیدا میکنه. میگم اگر کسی با والدینش مهربان بود، هم در این دنیا خوب است، هم در آخرت هم بهشت میره. همین دنیا، همون دنیا. در این دنیا ما حقوق متقابل همسر رو میگیم اسلام با دومستیک وایلنس خیلی فاصله داره. اسلام فورس مریج رو قبول نداره. اینا رو دونه دونه ما یاد میدیم در این مراکز، همون چیزهایی که دولت استرالیا هم قبول داره. اینا رو منتها ما بهتر از اونایی که حقوقدانا میگیم. در اینجا میگن جند اکوالاتی، اسلام از جند اکوالاتی هم بالاترشو میگه زن و مرد هم حقوق بر هم دارن، هم وظایف دارن. در اینجا فقط میگن حق زن چیه، ما میگیم حق زن و وظایف زن چیه، حق مرد و وظایف مرد چیه، هر دو رو با هم لینک میکنیم. و وقتی خیلی قشنگ میشه، زیبا میشه. در مراکز دینی است که ما یاد میدیم که زندگی زن و مرد بر اساس عاطفه باشه، بر اساس گذشت باشه، بر اساس احترام متقابل باشه. و مردی که در خانه خشونت به خرج بده، زنی که در خانه خشونت به خرج بده، این دومستیک رو، این وایلنس رو اسلام هم قبول نداره و اینا جامعه رو سرانجام. ما در این کمیونیته ها میگیم که یه زن و شوهر موفق چه زن و شوهریه؟ شما میدانید عزیزان که خیلی از درگیری ها و مشاجراتی که در خانواده ها ایجاد میشه به برکت حضور روحانی و مراکز دینی که مردم بهش اعتقاد دارن خشونت زود حل میشه. دعوایی که ممکن است در کورت 1 سال طول بکشه در مراکز اسلامی در عرض 2 روز حل میشه. من زیاد صحبت نکنم که دوستان نگن که دیگه مجلسشون نکات ریز دقیق و ارزشمند دیگه هم داشتم، فقط همینا رو مختصرا خدمتتون گفتم. انشالله یک از دوستان این سخنان رو ترجمه کنن به عزیزان مهمانان و یک نسخه تقدیم بکنن که انشالله دیگه برای ساخت و ساز مرکز جدیت به خرج بدن و تقاضایم از شما هم هست همین است که با دست خالی انشالله یا علی رو بگیم، خود صاحب خانه کمک میکنه و یه خانه کوچیک که برای امام زمان ما برای پیغمبر اکرم ما اینجا ساخته بشه. خب انشالله توفیق و موفقیت شما و مهمانان عزیز صلوات نعت بفرمایید. ممنون از اون. Thank you.
ماشاءالله آقا، خدا شما را اجرش بده. یک صلوات برای محمد و آل بیت محمد بلندتر صلوات بگین. محمد و آل محمد و اجل. Now I would like to call Dr. Tien to come for a speech. Thank you. Dr. Tien.
Assalamu alaikum. Before I begin, I want to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land we're gathering here today and pay respect to the elders past, present and emerging. I also would like to acknowledge Sheikh Dr. Latifi, Mr. Saeed Rezawi, and also, of course, my friend, the Councillor for Greater Dandenong, Memeti. It's a great honor for me to be here today to participate in the Eid celebration after the month of Ramadan, and it is an occasion to share the meal with Muslim and non-Muslim alike in friendship, respect and understanding. We are a state of a very strong in multicultural, multi-faith and also diversity in linguistics, and this is our strength, and the government is very much supporting that. And the fact that we are here today gathering in person to celebrate Eid is a testimony to the sacrifice, to the hardship that we have gone through over the last year of the global pandemic. And it's I pay respect and tribute to your resilience and also your supporting of the community and also for the Victorian government. It has been a very difficult time as we understand it, not just because of the restrictions, also because of some of the consequences of the lockdown. For example, we have heard that family violence has been increased because of the situation, but the state government is always supporting and always be there to be with you, with the community. As Councillor Memeti has mentioned, our state in particular is very strong in diversity. We have more than 200 different nationalities. We have more than 150 different faiths, and we also have a very strong cultural heritage for the contribution throughout the state. And it's heartened me to hear that the Alamdar Society of Victoria is an organization for the religion of Shia community is going on to build some facility and also place of worship, and that is a very good thing. And if I could be of any help, please contact my office. I myself also some time ago came to this country as a refugee myself, and a lot of people here, I believe, that came from that background. So we have been through many things, and we understand, and we will be supporting you in the integration into the society of Australia. So in conclusion, I just like to say that the Victorian government is very proud to be able to participate in this event and to continue to support the Muslim community in particular. I extend warm wishes to every and each of you for a meaningful and for a sacred tradition. Masalama, Eid Mubarak. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tien. Now I would like to call Sam Afara.
تشكر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين. السلام عليكم جميعا. It is a great occasion to be together to celebrate Eid al-Fitr after a holy month of Ramadan. But also I would like to offer my condolences to all the families after the bombing in the last few days and wish them to be more patient and keep believing in God, in Allah. But also our gathering here is, as previous speakers said, that we in Australia, we have the freedom to do or to worship whatever we believe in. And that's something it's hardly found in any other country. Australia, and in particular Victoria, and in more particular the southeastern region of Victoria, it's a big example of multiculturalism and living in cohesion between different backgrounds and different religion. I've been helping the Hazara community for a long time. So people who they don't know me, my name's Sam Afra. I'm the chairperson of the Ethnic Communities Council of the Southeast. Around 2005 to 2007, probably the generation before you, they were under protection visa, what we used to call TPVs. And we run a lot of forums about the rights of the people and the refugees to stay in Australia. 2007, the Minister for Immigration at the time, Amanda Vanstone, issued permanent residency for a lot of the Hazara community in the southeast. And we were very happy to achieve that at the time. Time coming again now, we have people released from detention centers, and again, they don't know what they're doing and what their rights, and we are intending to do again the same thing what we've done long time ago. So we need the support of all the government, the three levels of government. We have the state, we have the council, the state, and the federal. But my advice to you, you need to work hand in hand and in unity. If you don't show your unity, government will not listen, will not act on your whatever you're asking for. I'm very pleased to hear that you are planning to have your own center, your own facility, and I commend the Hazara community in general for their dedication. I'm amazed with the network they have already amongst the whole state. It's not just in the southeast. I asked for a favor. Someone in the southeast called someone in the western suburbs, and it happened. So that shows unity, but we need to make sure that unity goes beyond. And you must know how to deal with other community. I don't want to see the Hazara community isolated. It's great to have your network, but your network must work with other networks in the mainstream, with other society, within the society with other background and people from different background. What I want also to ask you to encourage the younger generation to keep the language, keep the traditional way, at the same time they're learning English. With all respect, Maulana, we need more younger generation to be scholars and to learn more about the fiqh and how to tell the younger generation what the importance of Islam and the way of life of Muslims. The wrong perception about the Muslim and Islam putting us in the wrong position. Islam is a religion of peace, but we are portrayed as gangsters, terrorists, bad people, and other people avoiding us because we are bad news. We need to show them the better face of Islam. And how we do that? By learning more about Islam. So, for me, I wish you all the best. Happy Eid, Eid Mubarak. And remember, you have rights as Australians, but you also have duties to respect the land where we live. And we are Australian at the same time. We came from a different country. I came from Lebanon because of the war in 1984. We had a war. So I came on the plane, but I consider myself also a refugee because I was forced out of the country. I didn't come by choice. I came by choice. I chose Australia to come to, but I didn't have the choice to stay in Lebanon. I had to leave Lebanon because of the arms and bombing and all the fighting, which is, I couldn't live under these circumstances, so I had to come. So again, tashakkur Maulana, tashakkur for all of you. Happy Eid and Assalamu alaikum.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah, same. Bar Muhammad wa ale bayt Muhammad salawat. Last but not last, I would like to call Sayyid Rizvi, the person behind all the hard work in bringing the achievement and this event together, to share his thought. Sayyid Rizvi. Thank you.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. First of all, thank you to all honorable guests, MP Dr. Tien, Dr. Latifi from Taha, and same afra, Jafariya Association, Taha Association, from all other Urdu-speaking Shia communities who came in here to participate this Eid event with the Alamdar Society of Victoria. Many of the speeches already discuss about the unity, like as Dr. Tien, Sam Afra, and Dr. Latifi already described about the unity of the community is more important for the society where we're living in here in Australia, especially where we are now, because Muslim community are facing actually a lot of sacrifices, especially they lost their loved ones in either in Afghanistan, in Pakistan. The community we are sitting in here, Hazara community who belong to the Afghanistan land and Pakistan. Just few days ago, actually, we lost our loved ones, the children. We lost our children with the bombing. Because of education, they've been bombed in educational institutes. The reason, because they are aiming to educate for their future and for the future of the country. I would like to make all condolences from the Alamdar Society of Victoria, from the all Muslim community, condolences for the Afghanistan and the recent in Palestine, whatever the bombing are been happening and been killing all the Muslims. My condolences are for all the Muslim community. As a founder of this organization, Alamdar Society of Victoria, our main aim is in here in Melbourne. We would like to actually create a unity for the all Muslim in here to create one of the worship place or community center which we aim to be built up. But the struggles are actually just our start, because we will actually having a lot of financial issues, because it's not easy to create a community center or a place of worship, because the community is quite initially living in Australia, and financially our community is quite weak. We are unable actually to aim this project to be completed, because we will be facing to create this community center or place of worship, because our community doesn't have that financially strong financials. We are expecting from the government, from the state government, from the federal government as well, to help with us we can maintain our culture, maintain our language, maintain our religion, and maintain the unity of our society together in Australian society. We are proud to be an Australian society. We are proud to be Australian, but at the same time we are proud to be as a Muslim as well. Once again, because there is a lot of stuff actually to discuss, because my community are actually suffering a lot. Whoever is sitting in here and in front of me, they've been actually escaped from their countries. They've been escaped from their countries because of the bombing and the situation of the countries where we are facing now all around the world, especially the Muslim countries. In the future, I'm not sure how long does it take for this community to be created, but my struggle is actually we are on initial stage of to create this organization, and our aim is to be actually to start different projects, such as for educational project for our children, for our ladies, for the adults, because we don't have actually this sort of stuff, because our language barriers is quite actually we have a language barriers as well. We would like to actually in the future we will like to create actually language, English language, and plus our own language, the home language. We would like to actually create, as Sam Afra mentioned as well, that we have to maintain our own language, our own culture. For this stuff, we need actually to create a better society, create a place where we can keep our each children, each families. I hope the minister actually did hear our speeches discussed. We did discuss, I think, more enough to understand, but we would like to actually sit with you as well in a future and to discuss about our issues which we are facing in here. Majority of the community people are in here having issues with the families who are being living apart in Afghanistan and Pakistan. They don't have actually a visa. The visa which they came in here, Australian government actually put so much restrictions, so much issues for the community, because we are facing actually the citizenship, because many people are living here from last 10 to 11 years, but still they haven't got their citizenship. The reason is actually the government is putting restrictions because they came to save their life from the countries. We came here illegally immigrant, but we came here to protect our lives, to protect our language, to protect our religion. We've been bombing from the countries where we come from. People who are in here with the bridging visas from last 7-8 years. We don't have a community, strong community or a strong organization to support our community. For legally we have to get the visa for our bridging visa to bring their families from the countries which they can save their children. I hope the minister can hear all these issues, and you can discuss in a parliament as well about this issue with the government in Australia, especially with the Victorian government. We're expecting more support and help from the government and from all the officials to support us we can save our culture, save our religion. That's about it. I don't have any word to say anymore, but we will inshallah we will discuss with you. We will be in touch with the minister as well, with another organization to create a better and a strong community. Once again, Eid Mubarak to everyone, and thanks for Dr. Tien, Kieu, and all the respected guests, Dr. Latifi and Afra and other organizations to attend this event. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.
MashaAllah. Now we have a 15-minute break. One more our guest will be coming soon. Jason Wood, Federal Assistant Minister for Custom, Community Safety and Multicultural Affairs for Law Troop. So thank you all once again. Yep.